4.6.0 Beta 2 is here. This is the second largest update in Warzone 2100 history. Here's what's new. The particle gun laser has been added to the game. This all-rounder weapon is unlocked after researching heavy laser. It has excellent range and is about the same strength as railgun. It can be mounted on VTOL and also includes a defensive structure. Nullbot now builds more VTOL rearming pads. Commander shields have been added as a new experimental feature. Any unit attached to a commander now gains an additional shield bar that regenerates over time. A glowing blue overlay will appear on shielded units, with its intensity reflecting the current shield strength. When the shield is struck, a distinct sound effect and particle effect play. In testing, the commander shield functions much like an HP boost, but it doesn't really solve the micromanagement issues that commanders often bring. Because of that, it may have limited usefulness in high-oil multiplayer games. Please note that this feature is still in testing and may be rebalanced or even removed in future updates. The cost of the plasma cannon emplacement has been increased from 200 to 350, and its build time has also been increased from 400 to 500.
Construction completed.
The spin angle for tracks has been increased from 45 to 65 in order to improve unit packing. However, in my testing, I didn't observe any significant difference. A bug related to truck repair from far distances has been fixed, but this does not apply to the patrol bug, which still allows trucks to repair structures from far away. There are new multiplayer hosting options. Click this gear icon next to the Start Hosting button to see them. You can now toggle between player host and spectator host, which allows you to host a game for others without actually playing yourself. Enabling spectator host also allows you to enable blind mode, which means players won't know who they're playing against. Instead, players will be assigned a code name such as Alpha or Beta, and the true identity is only revealed later. This is useful for future competitive ranking systems and will enable fair matchups. Players can also communicate their preferences to the host by clicking their preferred setting. The auto rating system has been removed from the game. Fixed an important bug where units would target enemies that are blocked by terrain. In this example, my units target the enemy tank behind the hill instead of the cyborg right in front of them. This is now fixed. However, a similar bug where enemies are blocked by friendly structures is still present. A multiplayer cheat allowing VTOL weapons to be mounted on tanks is now fixed. While this might sound alarming, it's important to remember that cheats of this kind are extremely uncommon, and it's honestly amazing that this one went unnoticed for so long. The Fractured Kingdom add-on campaign has been updated to 1.4. This update has too many changes for me to cover in this video, so you'll have to check this one out yourself. The original campaign has also been updated with new tweaks and balance changes. There's a new tweak for infinite time, a tweak to toggle the victory condition reminder, a tweak for gamma and bonus content, a tweak to enable a new gamma tower defense mission, a toggle between insane and insane plus, a toggle for insane plus behavior on lower difficulties, a tweak to increase XP gain, and finally, a tweak to make your structures stronger. It's crazy how many options there are. You can now customize your campaign experience exactly the way you want it. Research tooltips now include the time needed to complete, as well as the technical description of that technology. For example, this is the 6th cannon damage upgrade out of 9 total. The old options menu has been completely replaced with a brand new UI. This updated interface features section headers, sliders, drop-down menus, and navigation tabs at the top. You can also now set the default AI, so you automatically begin playing with your favorite bot. The keybind settings under the Controls tab has been completely reworked, and it looks much nicer. It will be way easier to find and customize your keybinds now. There's new functionality to save your keybinds to a profile, so you can easily transfer and restore your custom settings. The Match Options UI has also been completely reworked, making better usage of the space, improving clarity, and reorganizing some buttons. For example, the Map Preview button has been moved next to the name and the map selection button. They've also gotten a new simplistic look, but still work the same. There's a new gear icon on the Match Options header, which is where you can access extra features, such as the Options Randomizer and some new multiplayer features. The custom limits have also been improved, allowing you to view the current limits by pressing the information icon. All of the limits will be displayed in the chat. Finally, the Start Hosting button is now larger and more obvious. The difficulty used to reset whenever the AI was changed. This annoyance is now fixed, and you can see that the difficulty remains on Insane even after changing the AI. There's now a message displayed whenever the game autosaves. The pan speed is now dependent on camera speed instead of map size. Destroyed vehicle scraps used to fall straight down when the VTOL was destroyed. Now the pieces inherit the velocity of the VTOL and maintain momentum for a more realistic look. The water texture is higher quality. This is before and this is after. Note that this only applies when setting graphics to remastered high quality. The camera height used to be positioned too low when over water. Now it's correctly positioned on the water surface instead, which also fixes movement accuracy for hovers. The seams on the Panther body have been fixed. It also seems like the design on the back has been updated. Fixed shadow issues on the pylon, crane, big cooling tower, and water tower. A dust cloud will now show when building structures. This is the same dust cloud that appears when a unit is produced from a factory. The unused rec objects have been added to Fastplay, Alpha 3, and Alpha 4 to give them some use. The wrecked hover feature has also been added to Alpha 12. Various updates to the Warzone map library mean that map mods are now unsupported. Naval units are now fixed, allowing mods to add them into the game. Factories will correctly place them onto water, and their rendering works as intended. These updates work nicely with the water improvements from earlier. The fire weapon and location function now hits immediately, allowing mods to add units that explode when destroyed. There's a new API function called Structure Can Fit. That's all the important changes in Warzone 2100 4.6.0 Beta 2. However, there are many more improvements, fixes, and updates related to crashes, networking, performance, and more that I didn't cover in this video. Reminder that this was all done by our small community development team. Also, if you're wondering what happened to Beta 1, it was not released due to technical issues, so don't worry, you didn't miss anything. Thanks for watching.